Okay, Coach, historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that,
and this is caught at the 20. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 44 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Brings up second and 12 at the 20-yard line.
258. Check tight.
On second and 12, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Stafford throws complete to Galladay. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
First down, Detroit.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 29, Stafford. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 39, Rodgers trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. It's a big play there for the Lions. 48 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they
throw it across his body, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 40. The 20, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. If a crowd goes, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Here's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 37. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. And that'll be incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They'll run it with Jones. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. Rodgers going to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. On 2nd down now. It's Johnson, and they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's got it. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Stafford, and as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to look deep for more. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Blue 60. Big 20.
On first down at Stafford. He completes it to Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Caught by Jones. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Stafford gives to Johnson on the draw. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Packers' 31-yard line.
Throwing on second down. Stafford steps away to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Now Stafford, complete, it's Johnson. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Intended for David Moore. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Topper!
Kill.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go!
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission? It got his man complete. A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's Jaleel Adai who brings him down. Again, it's Johnson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Johnson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Stafford, screenplay, Johnson. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Hey, set! 260! Push him back! 40 got! 40 got!
Now a play fake here on first down. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Nick Bawden, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
Yeah, let's get sandwich.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Check 9, check 9. Shoot.
Hey, 88. 630. Hey, Haywood.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's what I'm talking about.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Rodgers now to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 42 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the Lions' 26-yard line.
52's the mark. Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. My 52 on the yard.
Here's Rodgers to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 4th touchdown of the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Elliott good on the extra point. By the way, 3rd quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Now a play fake it at Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, 626.
Check. Over.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Jump out!
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 25 yards that time.
Check.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On first down, Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On second and 12, Rodgers. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Now Jones. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. Able to get a couple here but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Check it back, check it back.
They'll run it with Jones. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2 yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Check nickel.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Stafford, he's going to go for a big play down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for the Lions. And even 40 yards. Now the big play pushes them all the way out to the 40 now for first down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Stafford now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
This is Shepard on the catch. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards. So it's first and goal. Need to be a little wary of leaving Aaron Rodgers too much time, but you've got to score here first. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush would just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for... And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. They do tack on the extra point as well, so it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time, but you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. They'll run on first down. Jones. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
He's back to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Brings up 3rd down and 17.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Single slot. Motion man.
88.
Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Rodgers to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And it's no good, just short. He gave it a good run, but maybe a foot or two short of the crossbar. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Detroit, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out.